Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson, CEO of Loyalty360, welcoming you to our ongoing Thought Leadership and Customer Loyalty series. We have the pleasure of speaking with the vanguard of customer channel and brand loyalty from both a marketer perspective and from an amazing partner network. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Todd Siegel. Todd is the president and CEO of cxLoyalty. How are you, Todd?
Great, Mark. Thanks.
Could you give us a little background on your role and a brief history of the organization?
Yeah, sure. So as you mentioned, I'm the CEO of cxLoyalty, so I set the direction and manage the day-to-day operations of the business. More interestingly is, the history of cxLoyalty. Historically, we were 4 distinct business units at a predecessor company. We were a subscription business in the US focused on add-on products, primarily with financial institutions. We did accidental and life insurance business in the US, loyalty and rewards and fulfillment business in the US, and then we had an international business that was focused primarily in Europe and on the subscription and loyalty businesses similar to those in the US. Over the past year or so, we have simplified our business by exiting some non-core businesses, such as the insurance business I just mentioned, as well as reducing our investment on our US subscription business. And we overweighted our investment in our global loyalty business as we saw great market demand for the types of solutions we provide and those on our near-term roadmap.
Excellent. So as you mentioned, the organization has gone through a number of evolutions over the years. Why cxLoyalty now, and kind of what does that mean for the market?
Yeah, so as you're referencing, we rebranded from Affinion to cxLoyalty, and the main reason was clarity, right? Unified messaging that brought together our multiple businesses to enable clearer communication to the market. So we've been known historically in the North American market in particular as a leading rewards and fulfillment shop that provides technology, relevant content, especially in the travel and gift card arenas, exceptional servicing, including world-class call center servicing for enterprise brands within the financial services, travel and hospitality markets, and we still do that really well, right? We have a passion for customer engagement and for driving relevant, personalized relationships between brands and their customers. And while points-based rewards remains a critical driver of strengthening a brand's relationship with its customers, the market demands go beyond that. And we believe that CX, customer experience, leads to loyalty when it's done right, and that all aspects of the customer experience can make or break the relationship. So loyalty is constantly evolving, so are our brands, and our company is too. So highlighting our focus on the customer experience leading to loyalty is really reinforced by the cxLoyalty brand.
That's awesome. We touched on it a little bit. You talked about how customer loyalty is changing, the impact of customer experience. One of the things we love to do is talk to both brands and our partner network regarding that evolution of this definition of customer loyalty. It's really great to have that as a level set. And it's also awesome to hear how different individuals define customer loyalty. So that said, how did you define customer loyalty?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, right? Because I think loyalty is a loosely defined term that probably means a lot of different things to many different people, whether you're asking our clients, our employees, our suppliers, our end customers. But at its core, it is really focused on the relationship between brands and their customers. Does the brand know the customer, and are they working to maintain and nurture that relationship, right? One way to think about it, and kind of how I think about loyalty, is it means really strengthening that relationship between an organization and its customer, typically to incent certain types of consumer behavior, whether it be stickier relationships, greater share of wallet, enhancing an organization's overall NPS score. I really think loyalty at the end of the day is about value creation.
Excellent. Kind of a side note to that, what do you think some of the challenges you see from brands are that are struggling with this idea of value creation?
Yeah, I think some of the the challenges brands see is I think we're living in a world of more information than ever, and I think that the brands, what you say and what you do matters, and I think that the brands have to make sure that they're focused on delivering upon the brand promise that they give to their consumers. And I think that's why a lot of them are taking a lot of internal initiatives to ensure that their loyalty and engagement programs are top of mind with their consumers, and they're looking to outsource it to entities like us who could help them along that journey.
Excellent. So what products and services are you offering now, and how is it different from where you were with Affinity and Connections?
Yeah, so I think our solutions include designing, administering, and fulfilling points-based rewards programs, engagement programs, and subscription-based programs, each powered by data-driven technology platforms with leading analytics, omni-channel delivery, personalized content offerings, and frictionless customer service. The main difference now, to get to your question, right, in addition to our recent investments in modernizing our offerings, is our focus. That's the main difference, our focus. While we had many capabilities in the past, we probably didn't do the best job at communicating them to the market, but we've changed that. First, by strategically realigning our focus and simplifying our strategy. Then, by the rebranding you referenced earlier, to make our focus clear. Customer experience, CX, that leads to loyalty. And we remain kind of relentlessly focused on leading content, analytics, services, technology, ensuring they all work well together.
Excellent. So what makes cxLoyalty different? It's a very unique and crowded space. A lot of the legacy players are rebranding and focusing on being more agile and doing a good job. Some are doing a better job. Obviously, what you do seems to be resonating very, very strongly with the market. So,
great question.
What do you think? What do you think makes cxLoyalty different or unique in this crowded space?
Yeah, it's a great question, right? There are a lot of players in the space, but I think we differentiate ourselves with our approach and our people, right? We're here to provide solutions to business issues that deliver results, and there's no one-size-fit-all approach, right? We are okay with customization for our clients, right? I think which makes us unique. A lot of people have off-the-shelf products, and we're comfortable with customization, right? We see a lot of our competitors trying to shoehorn products that don't fit with the overall brand's architecture or strategy, and we don't do that. We have an innovative solution, right? And our programs really help with personalization, and they evolve with the brands. So at the end of the day, we think we're unique because our clients need a way to solve their unique problems, and we recognize that an off-the-shelf product is not always the right solution.
That's a good point. I think the customization is very important, especially in different industries. You can't treat a retailer like a convenience store or a C-store or whatever it may be. It's a very challenging, and I think that's one of the things you guys do a great job of, is having the breadth and depth to understand the customers at a very intimate level, understanding the needs that are requisite in the programs, and being able to customize that in a timely manner is very important in this day and age, for sure.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
So why should a brand engage with cxLoyalty?
I mean, for a few reasons, right? No, the first thing is, we're customer obsessed, right? I think that our branding changing to cxLoyalty, it just highlights that. We love what we do, right? So I think it is, when you're focused on the end customer and you enjoy what you do, I think that's going to really be a positive experience for the brands. But at the end of the day, I think it gets back to what I said earlier. We're interested in solving business challenge in innovative ways, right? So interested in solving challenges in innovative ways, and we're going to be incorporating ideas both from what we've seen in the markets we play, looking at adjacent markets, and I think at the end of the day, we look at ourselves, we're doing our job well if we're creating the right strategic partnerships with our clients to make sure we focus on their end consumer. And we happen to be pretty good at what we do too.
Excellent, that's great. So what's the timeline for your roadmap, particularly your tech enhancements that you guys are making?
Yeah, so I mean, we could spend an hour on this topic, but I'll try to summarize it in a minute or less. So from a tech enhancement perspective, right, I think we're well on our way in a multi-year journey to transform our global technology operating model. The transformation is focused on several key areas, but I'll just highlight a few, right? So leveraging infrastructure that is globally resilient. We're a global company. We're in over 20 countries. We need to make sure we have the right infrastructure and the right flexibility. Our transformation to microservices architecture, which is really going to allow us to have rapid, frequent, and reliable delivery of large, complex applications for the brands we support and their customers. We are adopting development best practices to enable multiple zero downtime deployments a day. So one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is the ability that we're not down. Customer intelligence, personalization platform, consolidation of platforms, allowing for easy plug and play with not only our clients' solutions, but also third-party applications and our own. We're migrating to a cloud infrastructure to enable more efficient scaling. And then really, it all has to be with best practices in everything we do, and including security and data protection. And we plan to continually invest more and more in our technology, as we believe that is a key enabler and a key differentiator in what's going to make our solutions, continue to be relevant for our client and ultimately support their success.
That's awesome. Last question I have for you. How do you see brands evolving? Their needs, the strategies, what are they looking for today that is different than maybe what they may have looked for 18 months ago? And how is that enhancing or impacting the programs and processes you're putting forth?
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to a question you asked earlier, kind of like, what are we seeing from brands? And I think, I'll give a similar answer, but I'll maybe be a little more precise, right? So we're living in a purpose economy now, right? And what I said earlier is what you say and what you do needs to be the same, right? Consumers have access to more information than ever. And as has always been the case, consumers are smart, right? So you need to really approach things from a consumer first mindset. And that's really, I think, the biggest shift we've seen over the past couple of years, right? Sure, brands were always focused on their consumers, but at times certain brands would let short-term revenue goals rule the day. And I think now, for a host of reasons, whether it be access to information, disruptive competitors, brands are now realizing that having a customer-obsessed mindset is the best way to ensure repeatable, sustainable, and growing revenue, right? And I think cxLoyalty is well positioned to help in that journey. Another reason why we felt CX, customer experience, needed to lead to everything we do, and so including our brand. So I think the biggest, get back to the question, the biggest change is really a customer first mindset. Really, we see is now in every brand we support is their top priority.
That's awesome. That's great to see. And that passion that you have, the vision you're sharing with us is great to see as well. And the commitment, based on the feedback we've had from a number of your clients, you guys are doing a great job. And it will be great to watch the journey over the next few months as well. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. And again, thanks again.
Take care.